So this section goes on and we're going to talk about isosceles triangles specifically. And so remember, by definition, an isosceles triangle has two equal sides. Okay, that's the definition. The theorem gives us these angles, and it actually works two ways. If you know two equal sides, then you get base angles are equal. And those base angles are the ones that are opposite the equal sides. Conversely, if you know equal base angles, you get equal sides. So you can actually then run this back and make the conclusion that the sides would be equal. So it's all about what you know first and then what you get. And your reason for being able to say either one of those is the isosceles triangle theorem. So when I look at this example number 1, I'm given that the base angles right here are equal. From that, I know the sides opposite them are equal by the isosceles triangle theorem. And so then I know this is true, so I can write 15 is equal to 4x plus 3. And I have a very straightforward algebra problem. Subtract 3 from both sides, 12 equals 4x, and x is 3. Same way here, if we look at this picture, we have isosceles triangle. I could, on first thought, add up all 3 angles of a triangle and equal 180. The problem is I have 2 variables and I don't know how to solve things with 2 variables. So what I have to do instead is see that because that is an isosceles triangle, I know those 2 base angles are equal. So my first step is to say that 3x minus 11 is equal to 2x plus 11. If you subtract 2x from both sides, x minus 11 equals 11. If I add 11 to both sides, I get x is 22. Once I have x is 22, I can take and put that into these 2, A, that allows me to check. And then I know that all 3 of those angles, if I called them A, B, and C, would have to add up to 180, and I can solve for y. So let's find out what angle A is. So angle A would be equal to 3 times 22 minus 11, which is 55. Out of curiosity, let's check. Angle B is supposed to also be 55. So if I have 2 times 22 plus 11, I get 55. So now I know to find angle C, to find y, the other part of my problem. I know that angle A plus angle B plus angle C has to equal 180. Well, I found A and B, and C, it can be represented as 2y. So I have 55 plus 55 plus 2y equals 180. That's by substitution. Combine like terms here. 55 plus 55 is 110 plus 2y equals 180. Subtract 110 from both sides. Y is equal to 70. Divide by 2, and y is equal to 35.